This scatter plot with trend line looks at firearm death rates per 100,000 people in the year 2013 for a couple different states. So Indiana's actual firearm death rate per 100,000 was 13.04. Now what this means is that for every 100,000 people in the state, 13 of them, I guess, were killed by firearm. Okay, or, yeah, that's our death rate. Okay, so moving on. If the population was 6.6 million, how many firearm deaths were there? So we're talking about a proportion. If there's 13.04 out of 100,000, how many are there out of 6.6 million? Well, 6.6 million, remember, million means 6. So I want to move this decimal 6 places, and that gives me 5 zeros. So I'm going to cross multiply and divide, and we end up with an answer of 860.64. But we're talking about deaths, right? We can't kill part of a person. So we round to the nearest whole person, and the answer is 861. Which is sad to say, but it is what it is. Number 2, discuss the mathematical trend of this data, and what does that mean in context? Well, it's going up, and I would say it's moderate, right? So we have a positive, moderate, or a moderate positive trend. I don't know which word you want to put the moderate, but either one. And what does it mean? It means as the percent of population of registered gun owners increase, right? So that's basically my x-axis, the percent of population registered gun owner. As that increase, the number of firearm deaths per 100,000 also increases. That's what our moderate positive trend shows us. Right, and it's moderate because these dots are not super close to the line. They're in there, but they're not super close. But they both increase because we can see that this is positive. The trend is going up. Classify the correlation as either weak, moderate, or strong. Oh, I already did that. I did that in the last one. So last one was probably just positive. This one was moderate. And again, I say it's moderate because they're kind of close to the line. They could be closer, but they definitely could be farther away. Does this mean that owning a gun causes firearm deaths? Keyword there is causes. The answer is no, right? Correlation does not imply causation. Number 5, 39.1% of Hoosiers owned a gun in 2013. Use the linear model to predict the expected firearm death rate in Indiana. Okay, so we're going to take this 39.1%, we're going to plug it in for X. So remember, we don't play with percents as percents. We need to change that to a decimal. So we divide by 100 and make it 0.391. Mathematically, remember, we're going to multiply first, then add, and we end up with 12.17. And remember, that is per 100,000 people, which is our y-axis here. That is what we would anticipate. That's what the line gives us. You can see that the dot is a little bit above the line. So how does the actual firearm death rate of 13 compare to the estimate? The predicted value is 12.17. So how do they compare? Well, let me change colors because I wanna. We would say the actual value is 0.87 per 100,000 more than the estimated. And there you go, because the actual is higher. We got the 0.87 by subtracting the 2. And I believe, yep, that's it.